We breaking basketball. We breaking basketball.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like to dribble up and down the court. Get out the booth. This is
Hello, everybody. NBA season is upon us. Preseason is doing preseason things. Shout out to the James and sisters for being on the court at the same time. Preseason will be the only time that happens unless everybody on the Lakers gets hurt. Keep that young man. He's a defender. He's an LA defender for now. Keep him down there. Let him learn the ropes there. His daddy's got enough problems on his hands playing for the real team. So let that young man figure things out in the G League. Gin and tonic. Let that man figure things out in the G League, and we'll play real ball up here with the main team. Dalton connected on about what 17 the other night, huh?
Is he gonna be on the road team?
Yeah, he's definitely on the road team. He's the actual draft pick we had this year.
Whoa, Bronny was drafted.
Whoa, no he wasn't. Bronny was nepotism. And props to Daddy Bron for the nepotism. That's facts. That's fire. You know, if you can hire your kid to do the job you do at that level, then yes, by all means do so. That's dope. As to the LeBron legacy. However, keep him off my main roster. Dalton Connect looked good. Got the jump shot. We like the jump shot because we needed the jump shot. We were talking about it in the previous break about the Grizzlies and their injury woes. But once healthy, they should be a problem out east. Western Journal is going to be a problem. Shout out to the Timberwolves once again. Creating the blueprint for the league to follow on how to contend with Nikola Jokic. Now we need the Twin Towers. Basketball just does that. It just does that, you know? They said a small ball era, which it isn't. Never really was. It was all a myth. It was all an illusion. If you have the same players with the same skill set, and the one is 6'10", and the other one is 6'2", you're taking the 6'10" guy every time. So it's not a little man's league. It's a skill league. And yeah, we're finding a way to kind of bring the skill together. City edition of Anthony Edwards. Shout out to you. Marcus Sasser. Keontae George. Scoot Tavius Henderson. Like that, showed out a little bit of love. Scoot on a variation there. Maxwell Lewis, Laker legend. GG. Nice little bank shot of Zanos. Markelle Fultz. Feeling real glittery and stuff. NBA grades Dirk Nowitzki. Hood legend as well. Masur Thompson. City edition of SGA. And the autograph behind him, I believe it's an autograph, SSP. Ben Shepherd on a fast break auto. That's nice. Ben Shepherd. Shout out to our guy Kelvin. And then Jalen Wilson. Nice rookie hit for the Brooklyn Nets. Summer League most valuable player. Held it down this summer. Jalen trying to get him some minutes on the big team, which he should. Brooklyn will be cheeks this year, so opportunity does present itself for Jalen Wilson to get some time. I'm sure he's looking forward to that. I don't know if the fan base is, but at this point for them, whatever is whatever.
All these teams and players catching strays today for no reason.
What are you talking about?
That's crazy.
These are valid reasons, sir. Brooklyn is cheeks.
That's odd.
They trying to sag for flag this year.
Oh, man, this-
They trying to sag for flag. They're not willing for Dylan.
Teams, huh?
They're not willing for Dylan.
What Brooklyn beat you?
Little Dylan Hooper. Or Dylan Harper. My bad. He is a hooper, but you get what I'm saying. Amin Thompson. Kareem on the NBA greats. Amari Bailey. Shout out Mama Bailey. Uncle Drizzy says so. Brooke Lopez on the big perp. 1 of 50. Brolo. We like you. Long range shooter. Dyson Daniel. There's Brandon Miller on the NBA debut. On the NBA debut. We got City Editions of Ice Tray. We got a montage. Swiper. Dylan Brooks. Herbert Jones. City Sissoko, not the spur we're looking for. Jayhawk on the NBA debut. Ian Dre Jackson Jr. And behind him, Lou Dort. Defending the last card of that set of packs. Because that's what Lou do. He defend. Cam Thomas is finna have a field day over there, boy. You know what Cam Thomas is gonna do this year for Brooklyn? He's gonna do what we thought Jordan Poole was gonna do for Washington last year. Get a lot of buckets on a terrible team. Brooklyn finna be cheeks. Nick Claxton catching lobs occasionally. When Cam decides to pass it, that should be fun. Man, if my guy Cooper lands in Brooklyn, I wonder how many years it takes before he actually helps that team. Like, he'll change the mentality probably year 1. But I don't know if we see any real difference in that squad for a couple years. Unless Coop's offensive game is expanded. Scotty Whippin's on the way. Simone Fontecchio. NBA debut. Wemby. First Wemby hit. There's been Shepard. City edition of Giannis. Fast break auto. Keegan Murray's twin. Christopher Murray. Make a name for yourself, kid, or you're just a twin for now. And there's room in Portland. Their cheeks as well. Derek Lively. City edition of Amin Thompson. Tamani Kamara. I came here for violence, sir. Zach Collins. Thug Life. 77 to 85. On the resident thug, Zach Collins. B-Pod. Julius Erving on the NBA greats. The new Triple J, Jaime Jaquez Jr., bank shot of Wardell, and Josh Richardson. Where are the viewers? Everybody was talking basketball last break, which is weird because it was a baseball break. And now that we're in the basketball break, which I told y'all was coming, nobody's here to talk hoops. Thrift Lab is hype. Who's your squad? Let's talk about your team. Let's talk about your team real quick. Sirs fan here? Oh, Pacers fan. Got you. Big Shepherd guy. We got a resident Pacers fan. I got Kelvin. Or Kevin. Elgin. So I call him Kelvin. But that's our guy. Big Pacers fan. Nick Smith Jr. Pull use in Trey Low number Rainbow. Go Mavs. Don't sleep on them deep squad. I'm not sleeping on the Pacers. Pacers should be nice next year. City edition of Jokic on the pink. 4 of 20. Nikola Jokic. Very nice low number hit for the Denver Nuggets legend. Nikola Jokic. Got AJJ. Noah Clowney. Barkley on the NBA greats. Wardell on the montage. Craig Porter Jr. Where do you think y'all gonna land this year? What seed do you think you get out east? Are y'all playing bound or straight playoffs? City edition of Jaime Jaquez Jr., Tariq Whitehead, Cason Wallace, and Amin Thompson on the variation. Looking for a breakout year from Amin. I think he's going to be very good for that Rockets team. They need to run. They're going to have to get up and down the floor because they got athletes. Reed Shepard helps with the spacing. I think he's a year away because that's still Fred's job for now. But Reed should get some looks. He's a shooter. They need the shooting. Amin might end up at the wing if Reed looks like the real deal as a PG. And he can defend on the other end. We'll find out next year. I think the curiosity with the Rockets this year is whether or not Jalen Green is a keeper. If he looks like he did closing out the year last year, they probably find a way to keep him and Cam on the same squad. But he could also be trade bait if they see a deficiency somewhere where they need it. Because Cam Whitmore is one of them ones. And I think he'd be good as either a wing or a 2 or a 3 on that squad. What are we looking at here? Okay, it's autograph. Mather's a difference maker. Having him back would be nice. Pacers will make some noise this year. Where do you think y'all land, though? Need 100% Howie. That's for sure. Need him 100. I like Ben Shepherd as a shooter. He definitely fits your squad and the dynamics of what you guys are trying to do. Especially since y'all lost, Buddy Green gone. Benny Matt's good to have come back. Y'all need the shooting. I think Benny's better off the bench, though. I like Mathurin as a second unit guy. Maybe like a focal point in that second unit because he's a gunner. Tunnel vision. For shizzle. Calvin Johnson. The aforementioned Cam Whitmore. You're a real one. City edition of Amin Thompson. Cason Wallace. Amin Thompson again on the variation. By the way, somebody show love to Tyrese Maxey. He does not get enough of it. Scoot Henderson. NBA greats to Chuck Barkley. Derek Lively. Introductions of Grade A Dick. Dyson Daniels. Over in A-Town now. See what he does for the Hawks this year. Hawks got a couple players over there that I'm fond of. Jalen Johnson being one. Jaime Jaquez Jr. on the City edition. AJJ on an auto. Andre Jackson Jr. Fast break autograph. Nice rookie hit there for the Bucks. And Kobe Buffkin. Mama's boy Buffkin. Andre Jackson Jr. developing to be tradable. They're going to get him up out of there. Stay contenders. That's what the Bucks are going to do or looking to do. I think Pacers are what? Fifth, maybe 6th seed this year, depending on what kind of developments happen over in Orlando, depending on what Cleveland looks like 100% back. What the Knicks look like, Boston obviously, Milwaukee obviously. Some people feel like Charlotte is a threat somewhere. I gotta see that. I'm not completely sold on that. Drew Holiday, part of the best defensive backcourt possibly ever. 'Cause those two get after it. Jaime Jaquez on the NBA debut. Taylor Hendricks. City edition of Wemby. That kid's going to be crazy. Stairmasters of Trae Young. Slim Duncan. NBA debut of Brandon Podziemski. Amani Bates. Chris Livingston. And a purple Caruso dog. 19 out of 50 on an Alex Caruso. Shout out to OKC. Nice little defensive backcourt. They're going to run out there in rotation. That wing defense for Oklahoma City is going to be nasty. Oklahoma City as a defense in general is going to be nasty. And that should help them during those playoff runs. The defensive versatility that they're going to have. J-Dub can defend. Shea can defend. But your focal points on the POA defense are going to be Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort. You got Chet Holmgren, who now can play a more roaming type of defense, which he's great at because his rotation timing is excellent. So Chet being able to roam and kind of move around and be more of a help defender and not necessarily big on big, because Hartenstein's there now. He's also a very good defender in space and in the paint. OKC is going to be filthy defensively this year. And like I said, come playoff time, if they can lock you up on the defensive end and then slow it down, there's nothing you can do with Shea or J-Dub in the half-court set if they decide to isolate. If the shooting is where it needs to be, Cason's hitting his shots, Lou Dort is more consistent, and Isaiah Joe's knocking his down to go along with Chet in his range, OKC might be a bit of the filth. A bit of the filth out west. Young team still. So the veteran teams might give them some problems, but yeah, OKC's nasty. Nasty. That Hartenstein move was epic. Gold gang! Got a golden route. Let's see what that is. NBA debut of our guy Keontae George. Stellar player. City edition of KD. Ryan Rupert will unveil our gold. First edition of the Gold Gang for the evening. That ill. Look at that forehead. It's not Derek White because he's bald in this photo. It's like a Landry Shamet forehead. I don't think it's him though. Kyle Anderson. 5 out of 10. Gold Gang. Slow-mo. Believe he's in Golden State now, if I'm not mistaken. Kyle Anderson is a Warrior. Oh, Warrior. Interesting move there. I do like it. Good defender. Good passer. Smart decision maker. Keeps the ball moving. Boris Diaw without the athleticism. Probably the closest I'd say comp-wise. Magic Johnson, the NBA greats. Amin Thompson. Amari Bailey. Notoriety of Asul. Get well soon, kid. Tari Eason. J.J. Jackson. Get well soon to you as well. Tamani Kamaro. Marcus Sasser. Stairmasters. Nikola Jokic. This one is 10 of 85. Jokic doing some eating tonight. Gary Trent Jr. A Milwaukee Buck gunner. It's a good pickup for the Bucks. Very, very good pickup for the Bucks. Solid defender. Obviously a good shooter. He's going to pay dividends over there. Shout out to the teams that did a good job picking up their role players. Role players are so important in today's NBA because of how, I don't necessarily want to say cookie cutter it is, but it's a lot of mimicking going on. You need guys, you need specialists. It's a specialist league, put it that way. You got stars, you got specialists. And picking up somebody like Gary Trent for that team, that system makes all the sense in the world. So shout out to the Bucks for making that happen. NBA debut of Amin Thompson, Maxwell Lewis, Laker legend. City edition of Luka Doncic. A lot of people feel like this might be his MVP campaign. Shaq Dazzle. Shout out to Chris Dudley and the embarrassment he suffered You didn't have to go through that, young man. You did not have to go through that. R.J. Barrett, there's some rumors in the world about him right now. We won't get into it, though. Anthony Black, modern-day J. Kidd, and fully fleshed out, in my opinion. Jason Tatum, City Edition of Stuart Thompson. We got a montage. Victor Wembanyama. Big Wemby. Trace Jackson Davis. Nice little color match. Blue rookie, 7 of 85 on the TJD. One of my favorite prospects over in the Bay Area. City Edition of JoJo. Julian Phillips, NBA greats of Yao Ming, and DeAndre Hunter. Nice DeAndre Hunter hit there. Showed out a little bit of the Loveskis. Reminds me of the Atlanta Hawks discussion we were having. If you're into breakout seasons, Jalen Johnson needs to be on your radar because it's time. It's time for Jalen Johnson. In terms of talent for that draft class, he might have been top 3 to 5 talented in that class. Obviously, opportunity didn't have a greatest year at Duke. But the jumper's improving. They're giving him more responsibility. He's a terror on the open floor. Good athlete, good ball handler, good passer. Makes smart reads. Finishes strong. Good in the mid-range. Nice little fadeaway out the midi. And that's just playing off of Trey, off of DeJounte. I think he takes a bigger leap in terms of his role as Atlanta fleshes out what they have to build with post-Trey. Because I think Trey is on his way out. But Jalen Johnson should be a big piece of that, big part of that. And in my opinion, we're looking at a more aggressive Lamar Odom type of player. If y'all remember Lamar from back in the day. Lamar, very talented, didn't always necessarily want to be the guy. This is why he fits so well with the Lakers when he could play third fiddle. I think Jalen kind of fits that same skill set, but a bit more aggression. Does not mind taking center stage in certain aspects, so we'll see how that turns out. Keontae George, Bilal Koulibaly. Shout out to that French national team, which is going to be ridiculous next time the Olympics come around. B-Pod on the variation. France France will be a problem for us 4 years from now. Put that out there. Right now. NBA debut, Jaime Jaquez Jr. There's Taylor Hendricks. City Edition of Wemby, he's part of the problem. Bilal Koulibaly is also part of the problem. Dante DiVincenzo, not part of the problem because he's not French, but he will be a problem somewhere for somebody. Amadi Bates, Chuck Barkley, Chris Livingston, and the autograph behind him, C.I.S. City Sissoko. That's right. Play around with me with the Spurs auto. Just play with my emotions a little bit. But nice hit. City Sissoko. San Antonio Spurs legend, and Desmond Bain, swole for no reason. Kept his shooting touch though, so shout out to him. It's pretty impressive. Not many people do. Ask Mike Bibby. I don't know if that jumper's still as pure as it always was. Shout out to Mike Bibby, by the way. Whatever dietary change he made, it worked. That's what he is, man. Desmond just big for no, he linebacker big, and he just out here shooting. Austin Reeves, Hillbilly Mamba, in the building. Anyway, back to that French national team. Zachary Risache looks like a talent. He's early, but looks like a talent. If nothing else, he looks like a good role player for what you might ask him to do. Wemby obviously is Wemby. Bilal obviously is Bilal. There's a kid that's going to be in this upcoming draft class, Nolan Traore. He's their point guard of the future. 6'4", plays both sides of the floor, can shoot, get to the rack, strong enough, finishes well, great passer. He's going to be a problem, and he will be a top 5 pick in this upcoming draft class. I mean, after Cooper, then it kind of Miles Bridges. This is just backers for no reason, just like Miles Bridges. But yeah, that French team is going to be a problem. So get ready now. There's Brandon Miller, City Edition. He's somebody that might be able to find his way onto a national team. Surprised me last year with how good he was, how good he is, and I think that'll continue. We'll see another leap coming up this upcoming season over in Charlotte. I think he's a big part of why people seem to have a little bit of hope for what the Hornets can do. If Melo can stay healthy, Mark Williams is a very good energy big, and Brandon Miller takes a leap as a scorer, which I think he will. Charlotte might scare a few people. Might be a team you don't want to play. Speaking of not wanting to play against somebody, Luka Doncic on the pink. 12 of 20. Nice hit for the Mavs. Luka Magic. Yeah. Our pinks are going international. Jokic, Doncic. Yeah, that's what we're doing with our pinks tonight. I love his game so much. Offensively. Defensively, it's but offensively though, dog. Post games there, the mini games there, footwork is exquisite. Plays angles really well, uses his body really well, does a great job of shielding off. Obviously the step back, reads the floor well, manipulates defenders well. Luka's out there just having the time of his life. And we're all just along for the ride when he's out there in pick and roll, especially when he's out there in the pick and roll. If Derek Lively can make that leap in terms of his reads in the short roll, that's going to be key. I think that'll be key for whether or not Klay Thompson gets off this year as well. Because that's not Derrick Jones Jr. over there anymore. Shooting open trays, that's going to be Klay Thompson. So the help will be a little more reluctant to come off of him. So defenses will adjust. Lively will be forced to make some decisions if he catches in the short roll. If he makes the right ones, Klay can get looks. Derrick can add a little floater to his game. Or just more lanes open up for Kyrie and Luka. So good pickup for the Mavs. We'll see how it goes if Klay is Klay. And he doesn't have to even be full Klay. Just hit the shots you get and we'll be fine. He's got Tavius Bonds. I'm getting stronger. There's my guy. Jalen Johnson. Remember where you heard it. There's going to be a leap. He's going to be a dog. The Hawks got one. This guy should be better. Shaden Sharp, I'm looking for you to improve this year. There's O&P. Mavs have high hopes for him. Marcus Sasser, Leonard Miller, who the Timberwolves have high hopes for as well. Bank shot of our guy, Ty Halley. Dame Lillard on the blue. 80 of 85. Sounds like Dame from the free throw line. 80 of 85. Because he don't really miss a whole lot at the Church strap. Anthony Black, NBA debut. Kobe Jones. Lebron on the City Edition. And Cam Whitmore on the silver. We're going to show that some love. We're going to show that a little bit of love. Cam is going to be a problem. He's already a problem, but it's going to be more of a problem. A little more patience to his game. I think a better understanding of where his athleticism can take him on the floor. So he doesn't have to just go full throttle every time down. Still got a bit of that tunnel vision. But I think Ime can work that out of his game. What we saw Jaylen Brown do last year, he's a damn good player. I'm not calling Cam Whitmore a future Finals MVP, but he's in that Jaylen Brown mold where he's going to be a terror in transition and a consistent jump shot. And I think he's a better ball handler in terms of being able to go right or left. So he might already be a bit ahead. Plus he's Grown ass man at 234 and only, what, 19 years old? Filthy. B-Pod, Amani Bates. Dante Exum, legend, 30 of 50 on the Dante Exum, Australia's finest, right next to old girl that was breakdancing in the Olympics. There's Derek Lively. There's Ken Whitmore again. City Edition, Amin Thompson. Montage of the aforementioned Jaylen Brown, Finals MVP for show. For show. Duncan Robinson got his jumper back. And he learned how to play a little bit of rotational defense. Scary, scary times. Vasily Misic, Triple J, Scoot-Tavius Henderson, please be better. Stairmasters, Jason Tatum. And another Dame time on the Damian Lillard for the Milwaukee Bucks. Y'all can chime in at any point in time if you have like a take or some tidbits or something you want to say. Like, this dude just rambling. He ain't making no sense. Holla at me. I can do this all day though. We can throw a team out. We can discuss that squad. I saw the Pistons the other night preseason. Ass. I love Cade, but I need him to act like he actually wants to play basketball, fam. Like, I think he was going through the motions a little bit. I know it's early, but he really seemed like the lazy passes out to the wing, still the same. He's not feeding the ball confidently into the post. Like, I'd like for him to. I mean, I don't know. I just expect more out of him. I really got high hopes for Cade. I do think he's going to have a bounce back year this year and be better than expected, but I need you to take some of that lazy out of your game, my guy. They also need to get Jaden Ivey out of there, even though he did hit a couple corner threes. So if that's real, there might be a little bit of time left on that clock. But in my opinion, Ivy should be somewhere else. They can have the ball in his hand a little bit more unless they plan on taking Cade off ball. Which I'm not sure they're going to do if Ivy's jumper isn't all the way consistent, because teams are just going to sag off of him when he gets in the PNR, and that kickout isn't going to be as advantageous as it would otherwise be. Karl Malone, NBA greats. Bilal Coulibaly, Jayhawk on a variation. Looking forward to him this year. Pelicans will be a very underrated squad yet again. Everything relies on Zanos, though. They need a big. They ain't got no centers over there. That's kind of like, what? Grade A Dick on the introductions. MPJ. Some of these mosaics say Prism on the back. I did not know that. B-Pod. Cason Wallace, City Edition of Tyrese Halley. 19-25 Utah Jazz. Is that Keontae? That's our guy Keontae. That's going to be fire. City Edition and Giannis. Please be Keontae George. Adrian Dantley. It's not bad. Not bad. Adrian Dantley, Utah Jazz, Detroit Piston, legend. This will go to the Jazz, though. Speaking of a bucket, Adrian Dantley will get you middies all day. I think he's like a 6'4", either 3 or a 4 in his heyday, but Adrian Dantley was a bucket. 30 a night type of bucket. Nice little Jayhawk there. Are you talking about these, the variations? All right, we got them. Yeah, Mavs too. Can't forget about that. He did hold it down over in Dallas. I think that was the trade, right? Him for Mark Aguirre, which is what opened up the Pistons for those title runs. Mavs look better now. I think so too. We were just talking about it with Clay. They got the spacing they need. If Clay is, he doesn't have to be the same defender he was in Golden State, but just even if he's part of that, got you. Anthony Black, Sir Thompson, Dame Lillard. I think I'm hoping Jason Kidd adds a couple motion wrinkles into his system so Clay can get looks that aren't just catch and shoot off the PNRs, because I think people aren't going to help off as much because Clay is different than Derrick Jones Jr. Clay is different than Tim Hardaway Jr. in terms of threat from deep. So if they can add some motion wrinkles in there to get Clay some shots off of curls, should be nice. Jalen Brunson on the purple, 24 of 50. Knicks trying just keep Tony Braxton away from the Mavs. I see what you did there. Well done. Shout out to you. That Triple J lineup was filthy. Yo, I love that squad. Mashburn, Jackson, Jason Kidd. I love that squad. And look what they did. Man. Tony Braxton. A lot of locker room drama. Mashburn's underrated. He might have been ahead of his time. Jamal Mashburn plays filthy today. 6'7", he's like 230, 240. Had the jump shot, put the ball on the floor a little bit. Post game, Jamal will be filthy today. Keontae George, Min Thompson. There's the cap. Tamani Kamara. But yeah, the Mavs should be good. They still have that two-headed monster defensively in the center. There's Gigi Jackson. Derek Lively should take a leap this year. Wemby on the montage. Terry Rozier, scared. Terry, 4 of 85. Denny Ogdia, shout out to you for getting out of Washington. And then shout out Rescinded for landing in Portland. SGA on a City Edition. It's my guy, Maxwell Lewis, Tamani Kamara, and Fred Van Fleet. Are you talking about these? You talking about these? Yeah, we got these. Grab a base. Alright. 1 sec. Well, usually we save our ant for like more numbered stuff. But if I gotta let out the Black Jesus, I got you. Alright, here are our bases. What am I looking for? And we can talk Ant-Man if you want. I left the floor open for the people. Speak on who you want to speak on. And we'll get into it. City Edition app. Talking about this joint right here? Yeah, Ant-Man's a real one. He's a real one. We got to get a number that. I want to number that. You got Minnesota in this break? Rolex. The cover boy. What kind of leap do we see Ant taking this year? Is this MVP Ant? Alright, we see another one. I got you. Malcolm Brogdon. AJJ. City Edition to Scoot. Get them goggles off your face, fam. Bilal Coulibaly. City edition of SGA. It's my guy, 47/50. My favorite current player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Just love the pace he plays at. Not rushed. The midi is filthy. He knows his spots on the floor. All these things are important. Quentin Grimes. Footwork is exquisite. Amari Bailey. Shout out to Uncle Drizzy. Brandon Miller. Ryan Rupert. Introductions. Asul. Mr. Asur Thompson. 37/85. Get well soon, kid. And Miles Bridges. Asur, one of the better young wing defenders in the association. Had the little blood clot issue last year. Hopefully he's past that, because there's a bright future for that young man. Do need to get a jump shot though. Please, 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 for the love of all things holy, fix your jump shot, sir. That thing is atrocious. Please, please fix your jump shot. Do not be Tony Allen. Do not turn into modern day Tony Allen, please. Who do you think should start, Jules or Nas? Did y'all really put the blueprint together for Jokic, and then you threw it away when you got rid of Towns? But I understand why. You still got Nas Reed, but who should start, Jules or Nas? Nas earned it. All right. We're on the same page. I think Jules comes off the bench and plays much better in that role. He won't take it, but I think he'd be way more effective in that role than he would be starting with Ant on the floor. Just my 2 cents, but we'll see what they end up doing. Jules might get flipped at some point though, if he can't conform, because it ain't his squad. City edition of LeBron, Jayhawk. NBA debut of Victor Wembanyama. Keontae George on variation. Fire. Keontae's a bucket. G League legend Hunter Tyson. Jay Straw. Nick Smith Jr. Jay Straw in the intro. Speckle of Miles Turner. LeBron. NBA debut, Scoot Henderson, Jet Howard, Tim Duncan on the NBA greats. We got a redemption card. NBA greats, Yao Ming, but the redemption ill. Fast break, red auto, card number 45. Shout out to Gigi Jackson on the number. DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie Cousins. We will do the necessary research to see where this goes. I'm going to assume it'll go to the Kings, but we will look it up to see where that's supposed to go and get that card to its proper place. I promise. He got hurt signing that card. Is crazy. That's wild. Probably accurate. Still wild. Boogie and Golden State was a perfect example of talent and fit. Boogie was clearly better than any of the centers that they had over there. And they were cycling like Zaza Pachulia. I mean, Bogut was a dog, but, you know, Zaza wasn't that good. I think Boogie's better than Kevon Looney as a player, but in terms of fit, what they required him to do, Boogie was in the way more often than he wasn't. So, perfect example of sometimes you just need players that fit better in your system, more so than the talent that comes with said player. Nicholas Batum. Remember when everybody thought Taylor Horton Tucker was like one of them ones? Everybody but me, that is. Told y'all he was ass. Stairmasters, Victor Wembanyama. I have my opinion. Let me hear the opinion of the chat. How long until Wemby is the best player on the planet? What age will he be that? Ben Shepherd, City Edition, Giannis, B-Pod, and CJ McCollum. 50 of 85 on the CJ McCollum. Big vet energy. Not until Ant retires. We gotta relax, sir. We gotta relax. We have to relax. Take them hoer shades off, fam. Take them off. My man couldn't even finish that without the LOL. He knew it was fraudulent. He knew it was a fraudulent statement. He said, yuck, 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 yuck. You know damn well. Say by the time he's 25, it's no longer a conversation. The rate at which he's improving, by the time he's 25, it is no longer a conversation. Legitimately. NBA debut, grade A Dick, Brandon Miller. Wemby on the City Edition. Brandon Miller on the Speckle. We'll show that a little bit of love. It's B. Miller. It's B. Miller. We'll show him some love. Noah Clowney. Charles Barkley. Mama's Boy Buffkin. Bank Shot. B. Miller. Followed by Clint Capella. 18 to 20. On a Clint Capella. Shout out to you for getting out of the way so Onyeka Okongwu can get his game on. Amin Thompson, Tamani Kamara, Andre Jackson, and Naz Reid, 6th Man of the Year award winner. Mr. Quick Release from the wing jump shot. Corner trade ball. Nas should be starting this year. One of 6 man. Should be in the starting lineup this year. Good defender. Solid rebounder. Nice in the open floor. I do like that jump shot. It is pure. It is true. And he went undrafted because people were stupid that year. Because Nas was a hooper even as an LSU Tiger. Don't know how. They just let my man not get drafted. They damn near did it again with TJD. But Golden State got smart and said, hey, this guy could probably replace Draymond because they have similar games. Let's go ahead and pick him up. And what do you know? It worked out. You'd rather have the Admiral? All right. We're gonna. Yeah, I don't know. We got 3 more packs to go. We'll get these last 3 packs out the way. We'll give you guys a no cap recap. Man, rather have the Admiral than Wemby. I'm gonna have to disagree. Huh?
Some are running 10 minutes late.
Alright. There we go. Those of you who are here for Phoenix break, which I don't think anyone has popped in yet for that, but if you are, running a little late, but we will have that up shortly. We're finishing up this one and moving on to that one. Trey Murphy, 3rd version. The remix of the remix, 31 of 85 on the Trey Murphy. Shooter. Looking forward to see what Trey does this year. City Edition of JoJo. TJD, Yao Ming on the NBA greats. SGA on a montage. J Poole. Hopefully he get his powers punched back into him this year. Nobody has to see it on camera this time, though. We don't have to see it happen. Just hopefully somewhere somebody did it. Tyrese Halliburton on a bank shot, 74 of 85. Nice insert numbered hit. And Torian Prince will finish out our break. Because why not? It's Torian Prince. I'd rather have the Admiral. I still can't believe you said that with like a straight face. He didn't delete or nothing. Like he literally
Overwrote.
Wemby.
What, a bench competition?
If we talking bench press, yes,
I
I give you that one. Even now, I probably give you that. But
I agree with that.
for basketball purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and have to say no. I'm gonna have to say no. All right. Speaking of Wemby, here are our Wemby insert of break. A lot of base. A couple of inserts. City Edition, Stairmasters, debut, montage, another City Edition, another montage, a third City Edition, and another NBA debut. Those are your Wemby hits. Number 285, we got Trey Murphy, the remix of the remix. Bench shot of Ty Halley on the insert. CJ McCollum, introduction of Sawyer Thompson. Nice color match there. Scary Terry, Dame Lillard, Stairmasters insert of Nikola Jokic, Trace Jackson Davis on the color match, and Zach Collins. Those are your blues to 85. These perks to 50. SGA City Edition, Jalen Brunson, Dante Exum, Alex Caruso, and Brolo. Brook Lopez, the twin that can shoot. Our variations. Nice little rookie hits here. Keontae George, Jordan Hawkins, B-Pod, Amin Thompson again, and Scoot Tavius Henderson. Scootabager. Our pinks, Clint Capela, Luka Doncic, and City Edition of Nikola Jokic. Those are all numbered to 20. Luka Doncic. Refractors and Nas Reed, Fred VanVleet, and DeAndre Hunter. Our autos are as follows: non-numbered, City Sissoko, Andre Jackson Jr., Chris Murray, and Ben Shepherd. Numbered autos. This is our redemption of DeMarcus Cousins. Like I said, we'll check the checklist to see where this card goes. And Adrian Dantley to 25. Huh?
It's the Kings.
The Kings?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a Kings card. You have it verified. And our lone member of the Gold Gang, Kyle Anderson, numbered to 10, 5 out of 10. There you go. That's it for the Timberwolves. All right, that is our Mosaic basketball break. Going to shut this down, come back for the Phoenix basketball break. See you guys on the other side.